Hello, hello. It is 24 hours later, and I am back to unveil the creation here. So yeah, with cold process soap, you set it, well, you pour it, and then you have to wait 24 hours. Ideally, I'd wait probably 2 days, but I am very impatient, and I like to cut my soap as soon as possible. And the minimum time is 24 hours. Oh, good. This one came out without too much fuss. So if you watched the first video, I made a bit of a mess pouring it in. Sometimes it can be an absolute nightmare to get it out of the mold. But didn't do so badly with this one. I think it looks right. Pretty cute. Colours match the embeds. We're doing okay. Now, once this baby is cut, you're supposed to wait, I'd say a month before it's ready to use. Only reason for that is because sometimes there's a bit of, well, there isn't really, but you know, the idea is that there might be some unreacted sodium hydroxide left to saponify with the oils. There we go. Not too bad. And you know what? This is looking alright. So what I did with this soap is I actually have a little container, and I place a hot water bottle in that container, so it keeps it at a nice warm temperature. What that does is it allows the soap to gel. Just a technique to almost create a bit of almost like a transparency. You know, you get sort of more of an opaque effect if you don't do this. But yeah, in this case, that's what I did, and the effect is pretty nice. I mean, it's subtle, but it didn't turn out too bad. Oh, no. I say it didn't turn out too badly, but look, we're not going to know until we actually cut it. This is my favourite part. I can never wait for this part. Yeah, I'm terrible. I've got no patience. Okay, now what were we talking about in the first video? Probably how I got into making soap, that sort of thing. But yeah, when I made my first batch of soap, it was such a massive failure. I mean, I didn't really know much about things like lye ratios. Oh, of course I do about the chemical process of saponification, but looks alright. Doesn't look too shabby. But yeah, in terms of, you know, specific ratios for different oils and even how to blend, I had no idea. So I just started mixing and hoping for the best, and of course it turned out like shit. Terrible. But then my second batch, I got very lucky, and it was pretty fucking gorgeous. And I wasn't too disappointed with that. Okay, I will show you this in a moment, but when it comes to when it comes to whole process soaps, you never really know what you're getting until you cut it. And as I do try to look, normally I am a lot more even with cutting. I'm just not used to being put on camera, and I'm a little bit shy and a bit nervous, so bear with me for a moment. With embeds, you've got to be super careful to make sure you cut right at the right spot. Apologies for this being off camera. It's just that it can be a bitch to cut sometimes. Now, I don't mind this. Kind of nifty, right? Clean up a little bit and pretty nice. I thought it was going to be crappy because when I cut the second one I saw this. I wasn't too happy with that, but totally redeemed itself. Now, what would I do next time a little differently? I would definitely not overmix, because I do have that habit of getting very trigger happy with the blender and going crazy. Yeah, that's a so-so one. I'll probably keep that one for myself. But this one isn't so bad. You know, I think it turned out alright. Would I do this again? Yeah, probably. I Oh, I've got an idea for the next soap. I will share it with you. I'm not going to share it with you now because it will ruin the surprise. But let's just say we're going to play around with some greens and blues. Scent-wise, I haven't decided yet. But as for this one, think about something that is... Okay, a little bit of... kind of a sweet, floral, citrus fragrance. Actually, no, take sweet out of it, not so much sweet, but yeah. Citrusy, almost like a... No, actually, it is pretty much lemon, lavender, with a little something extra. That's the base. Oh yeah, that looks alright, doesn't it? I don't mind this. This is reminiscent of like a pink lemonade, right? Pretty cute. Yeah, I like trying different techniques with my soaps, just mucking about and seeing what happens. So, where to go from here? Well, join me for the next one, where I'm gonna play around with potentially a different technique. Don't mind the swearing. My apologies. I cannot help myself. It's a fun hobby, but it does get messy. And, you know, it is what it is. Alright, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm digging this. I cannot wait to use it in a month's time, which sounds like forever. But hey, look, if you're making enough soap, it'll go by really quickly. Okay, everybody. Well, if you like this, join me for the next one. Peace out.